Hello, welcome to Paul's Racing Channel, to the Ultimate Racing League. So this is it then, the third and final race from the high-speed ring in Japan. Reverse grid as well going into this one. So here is the grid. We have got Thomas in pole position, Seamus in second, Grasshopper third, Kev fourth, Graham in fifth, Benzo sixth, Potsy seventh, Ginger in eighth, Molson ninth, Seabroad in 10th, Serial in 11th and James in 12th. Here we go. Good start for everybody. Seabroad pulling out, so it looks like he's having a good start as well, but the Alphas are off. A bit misty now, isn't it? Just coming over end of the day, late in the day, and looks like the sun's just setting now. But enough about the weather. Let's get back to this racing. Oh, and Thomas is going. Seamus Story is going to be attacking Thomas, his teammate. Yeah, Thomas is going to let him have that. Thomas with that higher line. So Thomas back to second, then Kev in third, Benzo fourth, Seabroad actually takes that fourth place off of Benzo, so Seabroad up to fourth. He had a cracking start, I see you in the background, to Seabroad, so he's really on it tonight. He's having a great round tonight, is Seabroad. And in the battle we have between Potsy and Benzo. Potsy up the inside of Benzo now. Benzo, if he can stay there, might be able to grab that back off Potsy. He does. Grasshopper just behind them as well. And then Molson. Oh, and there's screeching tyres as they come around the final corner. Oh, Benzo goes up the high. Potsy trying to do the switch back, actually. Takes Broady as well. Seabroad back to fifth. So he don't like that corner, does he? That's where we made that mistake in race 2. Fortunately, it didn't really cost him much in the end, did it? But something about that corner that he just don't like. Oh, Kev, look at this from Kev at the start of the front here. Takes up the lead, does Kev. What a move. Took both Alphas to take up the lead in that GTR. So can he stay there now? Can he do a bit of a James and just run away with it? Benzo, Thomas, find it out. Oh, and Thomas still there in second, Benzo third. Seamus is going to take that back off of Benzo. Benzo had a little bit of a moment, so Seabroad through as well. So Benzo in fifth now, Molson sixth. All going on everywhere you look in these early stages of the race. Really close all the way through. Cracking racing here. Seamus in sixth place. Used to seeing the smoke off these tyres around there, aren't we now? So don't be surprised. Seabroad then is sort of, well, getting gobbled up a little bit here, isn't he? Into fifth place at the moment. Oh, Ginger in the background, I see, and someone went off, and was that James? I think it might have been. I see Ginger on the grass. Yeah, there's James right at the back there, I can see. So a moment from the two teammates, and I think Ginger must have hit him because he's given the place back. So, well, we could see it in the background there, couldn't we? So obviously something happened. I think he had a bit of a moment, Ginger, on the exit of that final corner, and actually hit his teammate, took him out the race entirely. Serial there now in eighth, having a look on Potsy, who's slowed right down there. Potsy, not too sure what that's about. Oh, it's a safety car. Got to be a safety car. Yep, that's for the two Ferraris. So safety car called. Although with 3 laps in, I'm not really didn't think you could do the safety car after the second lap. But anyway, it is. So let's go back to our leader then, who's Kev, who's going to be taking him around. We're all back on the line now, so I reckon he could probably go at the start of the final corner. Or the start or finish, I should say. Not the start of the final corner, but the exit of the final corner. I would imagine he will get this race back up and running. Yes, here he goes. Could see him just looking at through his side mirrors there, seeing where Thomas was. See him moving his head through the screen. He's just watching where Thomas is going with him all the way. Look at this, right up his behind. Molson also having a look on Thomas too, and I think Molson will get it done, and he does already. So Molson up to second. So can Molson get victory? Oh, Seabrook with a really exaggerated move there. I don't think he got it done, or maybe he did. Not too sure he was passing, but he just quickly flicked out of the slip there, Seabrook, and looked like he was going to overcook it and hit the barrier, but fair play, he's kept it where he needed to be. But Molson in second then, trying to chase down Kev. And Molson's lining it up, just going on the outside to be on the inside here, and he could get that lead. Molson, there you go. Now can he keep it down? Kev is going to be, Kev on the outside. Molson smoking it. That's going to cost him time because Thomas is going to take him surely. So he didn't get that move done. Well, he did for about 2 seconds, and Kev took it back. If that car, if that Alpha was quicker of Thomas's, he would have taken Molson as well, I reckon. He didn't. So Thomas in third, Seabrook in fourth. Right behind him is Grasshopper. Going to have a look at Molson, Seabrook down here. And the tight left-hander, and also might have a look at Thomas as well. Free through there don't work, and he didn't. And there's a little bit of touch from Seabrook and Thomas. I think Thomas came out still ahead of him in third. And slides it. He's really going for it, Seabrook. He's smoking the left side now, and he'll have a little bit of smoke on the right hand as well, I'd imagine now. So he normally does at this point. There you go. Right on cue. So he's pushing really, really hard. I'm surprised he's got any tyres left actually by the time the race finishes. He probably hasn't. But never seen so much smoke coming off tyres of a car. And this is obviously his style, and away he goes again. Got to be careful not to get. He's not going to get a puncher, but loses that place anyway to Grasshopper, who goes up into fourth place. He's attacking Thomas now, he's Grasshopper, so can he get into the podium? Not had a great night so far as Grasshopper. There he goes, under Thomas. The front two just pulling away a little bit, still Kev and Molson. And then this lot. Grasshopper though. He's in third at the moment. Potsy up to fourth. So again, a good showing from Potsy at the moment there. Then another one who's had a good night's work. Attacking Grasshopper now. Can he get up the inside, Potsy? No, but Aston Martin's looking good around here. Seabrook in fifth, Serial in sixth. And then a battle between Thomas and Benzo. I think it's Benzo actually attacking Thomas. Thomas is going backwards again. Low from Benzo, and then up onto James. And there's a similar incident earlier between himself and Seabrook actually. Some people like the high line, and then some people do that lower line and then just stay on that racing line. And unfortunately, if you're up high, you just got to ease off a little bit, I think. But anyway, nothing happened of it except James went backwards and he's down in the 10th. James. Ginger in 11th, Seamus in 12th. Kev and Molson though are leading this gang, and Kev is looking good at the moment in first, I've got to say. What are we? Well, 8.5, nearly 9 minutes in. Now he's doing a bit of a Seabrook with the tyres, is Kev. And that's going to give Molson an opportunity to just close that gap. Molson a little bit smoother around that section. Just don't think that car's quite got the pace either, the NSX. So if Kev can get this done and finish this race and win it, that'd be a good result for him. Molson second, Potsy third. He's just pulling away from Grasshopper as well. So Potsy doing all he can to try and get with Molson and Kev. I think that might just be a bit too far, that gap. Although we've still got 5 minutes, so you never know. Grasshopper there in 4th. Serial holding off Seabroad in 5th at the moment. Oh, and Potsy, Graham that was, who pulled out. We've got that done on Ginger, I believe. So Graham up to 7th. So Ginger's not going to have any of it. Going to attack Graham again up the inside here through the S's. But Graham will be on the inside now. Ran his left hand up, but I think Ginger's going to have it covered. He does, so Graham back to 8th then. There, James in 9th. Benzo with a half a second penalty, just pulls over, lets that get taken off. So James in 9th, Thomas in 10th, Seamus 11th. Benzo back to 12th. So we'll just write this off to this tonight. I think Thomas, as I say, he's got a comfortable lead anyway, so ain't going to make too much difference, but he probably knew that it wasn't going to be that competitive round here this evening, but you just got to finish, get some points, and then move on. Seamus in 10th, Graham, and 3-second penalty for Graham. So that's going to drop him behind Benzo in 12th. How's Kev doing? Well, he's out in the front still, but he's still being handed by Molson. Hasn't really got any closer as Molson, or has he? I suppose he has a little bit. Potsy certainly has. Potsy's on this now. Potsy's on a great what a time this, couldn't he? With 11.5 minutes gone. Looking pretty strong in that Aston Martin in 3rd place. Molson's on Kev as well, so it has all closed up a little bit up top here. So is Molson going to get this done now? Let's have a look. Kev's still got it. Molson all following each other, trying to get as much of that slip as they can. But just not enough in the NSX to trouble Kev at the moment. But again, cracking racing here. All 3 races tonight have been superb. Oh, Molson does get it now. He's going to surely get it down here at the next left-hander. He's on the... Well, I'm surprised he... Well, no, he just... Well, I'm surprised about Molson there. Looked like he just broke a little bit and he's going to lose a place to Potsy. So, yeah, I don't know what happened there. He sort of got that wrong, didn't he? Looked like he's in a prime position to take the first off of Kev. And then he sort of broke a bit early. And consequently, lost the second to Potsy. So, Potsy there, here we go. Up to second, he's on a charge. He's certainly eyeing up a win now. This is good from Potsy. Can Kev hold off and get his win? As we come into the final couple of minutes now of the 3rd and final race. Round 7, the penultimate round of the championship. Head off to Australia for the final round, back to where it all started at Mount Panorama in Bathurst, and they'll all be fighting those positions. Who gets promoted? I think 3 go up actually this year, or this series I should say. So top 3 will get promoted, I believe, as we see Potsy attacking Kev. No, Kev in at eye line. Oh, Kev with a little mistake, bangs out wall hard. So now Potsy, they kind of both messed it up a little bit. Kev was quicker through there with the higher line. Potsy was a bit lower, but somehow they remain where they are. Molson just dropping off the back in 3rd, but still be looking good for a podium here at the moment. Grasshopper, his teammate in 4th. So he's got himself to 4th place. Don't think it's going to get any better than that with a minute to go, because he's all under pressure from Seabroad and Gingerbread and Cereal. Looks like the front three are going to be as they are, but this little battle is going to change hands, I think. Grasshopper leading them at the moment, and oh, Ginger on the outside of Sue Broad up on the high line. He will get that done, I think. No, he did. Yes, he did. Got past Sue Broad then, so Ginger up to fourth. Up to fifth. Grasshopper still in fourth. As we onto the final lap now. Gingerbread having another look. Sue Broad not there. Couldn't get that done. But let's get back to our leader as he comes through this final sector now. And it could be Kev with a victory. And I think it could be his first victory, if I'm not mistaken. Certainly in this championship anyway. So congratulations to Kev. Looked pretty comfortable when he got out there, and that's where he's been. Under a bit of pressure from Molson, wasn't he, halfway through there? But congratulations to Kev. Victory, well done. Potsy got second off of Molson in third. Grasshopper fourth, Ginger in fifth. It's all close back here. Sea Broad in sixth, Serial seventh. James is going to come in eighth. Thomas with a ninth. Seamus in 10th, Benzo 11th, and then Graham in 12th place. So I hope you all enjoyed that. That's round 7 completed. Round 8, as I say, will be coming up next, final round. Hope you can join me for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.